Thanks for joining us, sir. You know the system, you know the government system there and the intelligence system there. You're a former diplomat.
Yes, yes.
Is it feasible to you that the ISI, Pakistan intelligence, wouldn't have known where he was?
No. The Pakistan intelligence, the ISI, is a very influential organization, huge organization. It has networks throughout Pakistan, and its capacity to be alert and aware of what's going on in the field is very, very impressive. So the chances that the ISI would be caught sleeping with Osama bin Laden himself, the most wanted man in the world, living a few hundred yards from inconceivable. Now, then the question is, what did they know? When did they know? Where was he in fact their guest? And then why was he sort of exposed to the world? All these big questions.
Also, I mean, beyond intelligence, and there's always been a separation in Pakistan between government and intelligence.
Yes, there's always some tension. Yes,
the political establishment, would they have known, or is that?
No, this is a better question, because go back to the 1990s about the Pakistan nuclear program, and Benazir Bhutto, as Prime Minister, complained. She said that I was kept in the dark and out of the loop about Pakistan's nuclear program.
So it may be the same.
So maybe because you know the army and the ISI are very powerful institutions in Pakistan, and the political governments tend to be shaky, not very permanent, being accused of corruption and incompetence all the time. So the army, which really feels that it represents the destiny and the identity and the dignity of Pakistan, very often feels that we shouldn't completely trust them.
Much has been made of Pakistan possibly harbouring bin Laden, but is there an objection to this assault? I mean, it's effectively a military assault.
Yes, it is, absolutely. Helicopters flying in and killing.
Soil.
Yes, there definitely is, and you're hearing strong statements coming out of the Foreign Office. The Commander-in-Chief, General Kiani, made strong statements. At the same time, you notice the statements, they're not actually going over the brink. It's still holding back, saying, look, this is terrible, it shouldn't happen again, and that's it. So it's not saying it happened and that's it, we are not accepting. It's a red line, it was crossed.
It's been quite moderate response, though. I mean,
it is, yes, it is a moderate response.
Does that surprise you? I mean, why is it so moderate? I mean, this could have been a military attack, it could have been India attacking, I mean...
But you see, it was moderate precisely because both understand the importance of each to the other. Yes. That is why it was moderate. And your India point is well taken, because the commentary in Pakistan is saying precisely that if Americans did this, what if the Indians now flew in and said, we want the culprits who we think are behind the attacks on Bombay a couple of years back, and we'll just come in and take them out.
And they'd have a full hour before any jets scrambled to shoot down the choppers. I mean, it's
that is why I am extremely interested to know what exactly was the role of the Pakistan military and Air Force when these helicopters flew into Pakistan.
It seems incredible. It seems incredible that nothing happened. Does it suggest to you that perhaps they did know?
More than this, what about the C-130 that apparently flew backing the helicopters? There was a C-130, as you know, flying, which in fact effectively jammed the radar system, etc., which I am told flew from Tarbela, which is in Pakistan. So if that is the case, the Pakistan Air Force would have known. And these are the things that I think will come out in time, and when you put 2 and 2 together, it's obviously 4.
And could you imagine the scenario where the government doesn't want to admit that they knew? It would be shameful for them to say.
Yeah, not only shameful, more than shameful. Because if President Zardari were to say, I fully participated in this operation, the backlash would be terrible. And he himself has admitted this in the article he wrote for the Washington Post. Remember, in Pakistan, there's still a mystique in some sections of society for Osama, for many reasons.
Yes.
They call him Sheikh. They've given him a religious title, so it's not like Saddam Hussein.
Yes.
They see him as a man who gave up great wealth, who lived a life of hardship, fought for a cause. He believed for an Islamic cause. And therefore, there is that mystique, and the backlash would have been strong against Zardari. And therefore, I can understand why he would back off from any association in public with the operation. And again, that at some level, I suspect, would have been communicated to the Americans.
Are you sensing, just on your own level, you know the Pakistani community here, of course, as well as in your homeland, are you sensing indignation at all?
I think among Pakistanis, the indignation is genuine. It's genuine, it's very strong. Pakistanis have already, last couple of months, there's been a lot of anger growing against America. The sense that you just take us for granted, you fly in these drones, we keep complaining, women and children are being killed, innocent people are being killed. You just don't seem to care. You drop bombs from 30,000 feet. And then to top it all, you have this operation. So the anger is genuine. Now, similarly in America, the anger is genuine.
Yes.
The sense that we cannot trust these Pakistanis.
Yeah.
So both sides, again, the metaphor of the bad marriage is perfect. The two spouses really complaining, knowing each other, they've known each other for half a century, they have no trust left, they have lots of anger and loathing against each other, and yet they know we are stuck with each other. This damn guy, we can't get rid of this fellow, or this woman. So you're sort of stuck with each other, and I think that is the awareness amongst the leaders.
Thank you, sir.